Hi, you guys. This is Aunt Nisa and Nick, the aunt and cousin you actually like.
Welcome to our No Host Bar Friday, guys. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, Aunt Nisi, what's going on?
I'm good, Nick. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's been so muggy outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was nice, girl. I was in shorts.
Yeah.
2 or 3 days this week. And it was freezing just a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's
that weather, girl.
Yes.
That's what it wants to do.
Yeah, 1 minute you're cold and next minute you're hot.
Yes.
I don't know if it's global warming or what.
Child, something.
It's definitely changing the weather.
Speaking of changing, girl, can we just talk about what we're going to talk about today? How people are always changing shit.
Some changes is good, but this bullshit they got going on. I ain't got time.
Girl, when I saw this and then you watched it as well, I was like, okay, you guys are trolling now because
it's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah.
You finna change the whole English vocabulary to suit.
Yeah. So before we get into that, let's let our audience know what exactly we're talking about. Okay. Now, for those of you all who hadn't seen it, you will know the makeup mogul Jeffree Star. He went on a podcast and he basically spoke out about this very thing. And usually Jeffree Star, he's known to be controversial. He starts a lot of stuff. And a lot of people be looking at him to be messy, drama, a little tea here and there. And they're just like, ugh. But what he said on this podcast, it was actually very real. And I'm actually going to play a little clip of that right now. So let's play that clip.
All the other bullshit, I think. What other bullshit? The they and them. Yeah. And all that extra shit that we added during the pandemic because everyone was so bored in their fucking houses. They just started to make up more shit and more shit. More stuff? Yeah. That's why the conservatives like me because I'm just real. Yeah, you have a conservative vibe to you. You're not they and them. You're trans, you're male or you're female. And you're standing on that. So mad when I say that. How are you a they? What the fuck does that mean? It's stupid is what it is. Yeah. But you need someone like me that looks like me to say it. Because if you say it, it turns into you're homophobic, you hate trans people, you hate gays. And it's just how you feel. You don't hate anyone. You just think it's stupid.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a mouthful. He said that. But at the same time, there were so many people, ourselves included, that agreed with him.
I totally agree.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I totally agree. Why should we change up everything that we know as far as and ain't nothing wrong with change. I get that part.
Yeah.
But just to suit a certain particular minute piece of
but you know what? All of them don't feel that way. Everyone in that community does not feel that way. They do not. They don't go hard on the pronouns. It's just a select few. They're like, oh, I want to be called this and I want to be called that.
I'm gonna call you by your government name. Period. Unless I know you like that. If I know you better, then we can have a nickname. But other than that, I am not changing my pronouns to suit nobody.
Right. And by pronouns, look. Okay, so I'm going to play this clip because I'm sorry, no shade. This has to be probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And I'm like, you know what? This is not in the dictionary. Y'all are making this shit up at this point. Exactly. And it's getting weird and it's getting goofy. Like, here's my thing. If you want to identify as a piece of wet tissue, that's your prerogative, okay?
Do that.
But here's what we're not going to do. You're not going to shove this shit in my face and tell me that that's how I have to refer to you as. No, I don't. I don't have to acknowledge it at all. Because honestly, when really it's giving degenerate. That's what it's giving. Mm-hmm. Like, I know some people may get really sensitive about that, but like I said, listen to this clip and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me play this clip because I was blown away when I heard this. I was like, is this really what people are doing now.
Is this what we doing now? For real.
Is this
if
the thing?
I'm going against the grain.
Girl. So let's take a listen to this clip.
Asking about my pronouns. Everyone misgenders me on my comments, and it means so much that you asked, and you're trying to be respectful, so I love you for that. So I use the pronoun Zer. I chose these pronouns because in my head, they, them, as a non-binary person means like no gender, but Zer for me feels like it's like sliding, like Z and Zer very similar to he and him and she and her, and I just preferred that. So obviously Z in replace of she, him, and they, and then Zer is used in replace of the other ones. So I've been getting this question more and more about my pronouns. Basically, you just use them as they, but instead of the TH, it's a V. So they, them, their, themselves. Or if that's still a little bit confusing, here's like the example of every form of it in a sentence. I see this like sentence example thing a lot for most pronouns, so hopefully that's not too confusing. So lots of people asking about my pronouns. They are pronounced Z, them, their. So Z rhymes with he, them rhymes with them, and their rhymes with their. And using them in a sentence, it would be Z is over there, Z is wearing their hat, I like them. Asking about my pronouns, everyone misgenders me. Oh my.
That is ridiculous.
Like, when did we start just making up words?
Girl. And not only that, the part when she was giving the examples, she said, and this could be used as them, and her, but
none of this is in the dictionary, by the way, folks. So don't come for us, because this is not even factual. This is just people going off of what they think something should be. Yeah.
They making up their own words, their own meanings, their own pronunciation, and it's just not right. No, it's stupid.
And if that's what they want to do, that's cool for them.
They self, but you don't delegate what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
tell me what I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you by your government name. If I know it.
And the thing is, and a lot of people, just so this doesn't come off like we're picking on anybody, we are not. We are
talking about.
We are sophisticated women. We are more than, empathetic and understanding. But I am just, I've had it with this. I've had it with this whole pronouns and all this stuff. And see, the thing is, people saying things, what upsets me is like, these are some of the same people who come at women and call women birthers, or call them cisgender. Like, okay, we know cisgender is what you are naturally born as, but you don't see that shit you don't see cisgender female on my birth certificate. You don't see cisgender female on my driver's license.
You ain't finna call no cisgender.
I'm a woman, damn it. I'm a woman, and calling women birthers and all that, birthing people, like, get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me?
They saying that because they can't give birth.
But you know what? And it's not even shade towards them. It's shade toward
when they say that towards us.
Yeah,
so
it comes off as a bit of. It comes off as a bit of, negative. Like it's got negative undertones to it. It's like you're kind of like saying it because you're being petty about it.
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. So no.
And I saw an interview where, you had trans women talking to, women, and they were saying, well, don't get mad if you're not keeping up with what's in the dictionary. There are a lot of damn words in the dictionary. That doesn't mean people use it in their everyday lives. And for people who want to be looked at as a certain way, understand that other people also want to be looked at as a certain way. And you don't get to slap me with all these titles, and then when we call you what you are, you get upset.
Offended. And you be offended.
There has to be mutual respect on this playing field.
For real.
You know what I mean? And it's like, where's the damn human decency in it? And now it's resorting to this bullshit here where people are just like, oh, well, call me Zim and Za and Z and Zim. I'm not doing any of that.
Sure.
Okay, government name.
Boy, bye.
Boy, girl, however you identify, I'll call you one of those, okay?
Boy, bye.
But naming off something like you from another damn planet, that's what we're not about to do. And see, people will take that as negative from us because, you know, we're not a part of that community, but it's not hatred. We don't have hate for anybody. It's just like Jeffree Star said. One of your very own, this is coming out of his mouth. This is what he says. Like, it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. It's not about hate at this point. This is about like this is like not coming together.
I'm not being bothered with none of it.
Because
do what they want to do. Just don't ask me no questions.
Again,
you're gonna get the real.
Identify as who you please, but you cannot expect society to do the same.
On the next person.
That's it. And that's just it.
Use those words and those terms in your community, so be it.
Yeah.
But don't expect other people outside of your community to adapt to this foolishness and this ridiculousness, and it's just utterly ignorant to me.
You know, and just like Jeffree Star said, he sees it as you're a man, you're a woman, or you're trans. That's it. Like, it doesn't have to, like, it doesn't have to just go down this rabbit hole of how many pronouns can we make up, and I like this, and I like this, I like the way that sounds. Okay, great. Like the way it sounds. But what I'm saying is other people don't have to stand on it. And I personally just feel that anytime we have these kinds of conversations, you know, it turns into, oh, you're transphobic, you're homophobic.
You call me whatever you want to call me, but you ain't finna call me no sis, and you ain't finna call me no.
I don't accept that. I know I'm not transphobic, and I know I'm not homophobic. But if we're gonna talk about transphobic and homophobic, we need to be able to talk about people being heterophobic. Because that's what it kind of looks like.
Exactly.
Like when you see, you know, someone who's like, hey, they wear a shirt or something that says it's okay to be straight. And then someone's offended by that's homophobic. That's transphobic. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm saying it ain't nothing wrong with being what God made you.
Thank you.
And in your truth.
Thank you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No one's hating on you.
Something wrong with it. It's something wrong with you.
Yeah, and that's why my whole thing is, Anisi, like, people in this generation, they are so weak-minded because it's like they look for anything to pick at.
Mm-hmm. It's petty.
Yeah.
It's petty.
I'm like, all the real shit that we got going on in this world, real problems, this is what y'all nag about?
For real?
Pronouns?
Keep on living.
Thank you.
Keep on living.
And say it for the ones in the back that didn't hear, because
keep on living. For real.
Because I'm like, y'all, no. There are bigger issues in the world today.
Oh, yes, babe.
And this is, you know, and this is not trying to minimize what anyone has gone through. I know some really amazing trans women, and they are such beautiful, amazing people. And they don't feed into this kind of bullshit. They just are who they are, and they want to be embraced. And I think that's beautiful.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
If you're harmonious about this, and we all moving through this world together, trying to be the best that we can be and live the best lives that is entitled to everybody, I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
But when you have a problem with me, guess what? I got a problem with you then.
Yeah. I think that
I have just as much right to be here as you.
Of course.
And the next person. And whoever that entitles.
Because it just comes off as, honestly, these types of things, when you know, and I see things with people saying, oh, well, you're this and you're that, oh, you all don't, because I've seen clips and I've seen TikToks where they say, oh, you women, you don't own womanhood. You don't own periods. See, that's the type of shit I have a problem with.
You can't say that when you ain't got one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know your struggle. I don't know your struggle growing up wanting to transition into a woman, and you don't know my struggle as what I've gone through being a woman. Exactly. So no one can, say that about the other.
Exactly.
Because clearly they're two different things. There's only one common denominator, and that is like the femininity of it all, wanting to embrace the femininity. But I have an issue with if you saying this, you're saying we don't own womanhood, but if I tell you you don't own pronouns, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. Then you're coming for me because you're saying, well, you're homophobic, you're transphobic, you're this, you're that. Da, 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 da. No, that's not it.
I don't care what you call me.
You got to come correct with this, because I saw on a show, you remember Genuine,
right?
The singer. It was a show he was on, and a trans woman tried to kiss him.
What the?
Yeah, and he didn't want to kiss her. And do you know they were calling this man transphobic? And see, that
is ridiculous.
I was just like, so you're calling him transphobic because he didn't want to kiss no man?
No damn
or a man that identified as a woman. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can't make nobody kiss you.
If he prefer not to kiss you, you shouldn't have a problem with that, because you shouldn't have tried to kiss him in the first place.
It is okay.
You don't do him like that.
It is okay to be straight, people.
Yes,
it is okay to be trans. It is okay to be gay. It is okay. It's not okay to be hurtful and degrading to others and shoving your thoughts and beliefs down other people's throats because that's how you feel. That's not okay. Exactly. So I feel like the more people come to understand this, the better a situation will be. But I'll tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to let a bunch of TikTokers and all these people who come on here with making up all types of this is not a trend, y'all. Like, I just said to myself, this is what happens when people just got too much time on their hands. Absolutely. Like, I just don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it at all. But these were our thoughts, and this is how we feel. And again, it's no judgment, but I just kind of think things like that, it just gets so out of hand. And then we live in this world where young children are coming up, they're trying to find who they are, and stuff like this is confusing. It's very confusing.
I feel sorry for them. I mean, the direction that I see the world and this country and this world is going in, I can see it from here.
Girl, I'm
kind of glad that I am at the age I am now, because I don't have to be here when all this crap jump off.
Child.
And I'll be out of here and be gone.
Y'all, what you say earlier? They eat too many Takis.
Yes, they ate too many Takis.
Too much processed food.
The birthday brain cells out. I mean, for real, what?
Where's this coming from?
What are we doing?
Like, good Lord, like, I'm just, and I, again, I hope this don't come off the wrong way to nobody, but these are our thoughts, these are our opinions, and we're free to them,
whether they right or wrong, they mine.
Yeah.
And I stand on that.
Everybody has the right to embrace, how they feel.
Their own thinking and their own words.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, again, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. If that's what you identify as, that's what you identify as.
That's your business.
But you cannot expect society to embrace the same. Yeah.
To your feelings, just because they're your feelings and this is the way you feel and the way you want to think things should be, because they're not. Mm-hmm. Just because you think it, that don't make it so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing all that.
I'm not either. Like you said, government name or nickname, take your pick, baby. Because that's all you getting. But the Zim, za. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And bird.
No, ma'am. No, sir.
Please. I'm not talking like that. You know, I mean, I was upset when they took cursive writing out of the schools.
I'm telling you. Sorry.
I mean, the hell?
I was upset when they changed the grading scale. That's how I knew this generation was like going down.
You want to know when I was upset? Really, if you want to go all the way back, let's take when they took prayer out of school.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I knew then it was downhill from there. Because anytime you take God out of anything, it is doomed. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know.
They took it out of schools. They took it out of justice system, out of the courthouse. And that's why the jails are filling up and they still building jail. You see them building jail, but they ain't building schools.
Yeah. And aside from the whole pronoun debacle, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. You know, this is considered a free country where people can come and live and, make a good living for themselves. But you're not going to go over to these other countries and do what you want to do. So I just feel like, how in the world did we let people in our country and they have a problem? This is one nation under God. You see what it says, one nation under God. How do you let people in this country and they're just like, oh, well, I don't believe this and I don't believe that. And I'm just like, maybe that's the breakdown.
We have lowered our standards so much till we have lost our standards. We don't get the respect that we used to have as a country, as a nation. Other countries just laugh at us now. When they used to fear us or they wanted to be more like us and took that,
because you will hear people so many times they will say stupid Americans. Like they think we're gullible, they think we're dumb, desperate, dense. Like they just really don't respect Americans.
They don't, and
I've seen that.
And I talking to people, and with this internet, you can talk to people all over the world.
Yeah, of course.
And that's where we lose the disconnect. We have lost it a lot.
They think that Americans are the rich dummies.
Yeah, because we don't stick to nothing. We adapt to everybody's standards and everybody's 2 cents. But
what about America's standards? That's my thing. I'm like,
we have none no more because we done put ours on the back burner till they done burnt the hell up and they no longer exist.
I'm just like, oh, child, but we're gonna save that conversation for another day because we can go on and
Girl, we
we could go on and on about that.
Yes.
So, so that wraps up today's segment of No Holds Barred Friday. Tell us in the comment section what you guys think about these topics. Is
there anything you would like to see us talk about or bring up? Or discuss?
What's your personal experience? Or what's some things you want to see on the podcast, guys? You got any closing words, Aunt Nancy?
Yes.
Okay.
Just choose today what you would do tomorrow.
All right.
And we'll go from there. And you know what? Everybody, be happy.
Yeah.
And just be the best you can be.
Yeah.
And try to have the best life because this tomorrow isn't promised to anybody.
Yeah.
And let's get along, just love each other, and just do better.
Yeah.
We are bigger and we are better than what people say we are.
Yeah.
Let's just show them.
It doesn't have to be, people are perfectly capable of living the lives that they want to live, and it can be respected. It can be respected, but I'm like, it needs to be done with dignity and, people can disagree respectfully.
Exactly.
And still coexist with one another. That's not the problem. But the only thing that I feel like is a deal breaker for me is like people who take an issue with God. I feel like this is what this nation was founded under. And I feel like, just like you would go to other countries and you would be expected to respect their culture. I was like, this is one nation under God. People should respect our God, the Almighty Father himself. Right. So, and I stand on that. So, All right, you guys. We hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you guys back at it again Monday. And have a good weekend.
No, Tuesday.
Monday. We do Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays.
Okay. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Now, Tuesday, what you're talking about, we're going to have a special guest, y'all. So make sure you tune in for that. Yes. Life coach Robin B will be with us Tuesday. So that's going to be a very eye-opening, life-changing conversation. Make sure you tune in. So we are going to get that underway. And until then, we hope you have a great weekend. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.